CNN has had some significant layoffs, and this was in some ways expected, in other ways not. I mean, they're still making a tremendous amount of profit. Last I saw, $600 million a year in profit. Now, a lot of that is because of the subscription fees that everybody who buys cable has to give, and then CNN gets a percentage of that based on the contracts they've already signed. That's true for a lot of the cable stations, and CNN gets a healthy percentage, right? But nonetheless, they're laying off a lot of their workforce because the ratings are not that good, and they've got a number of issues. So they've actually just laid off 8% of their workforce, which is, by the way, that 8% numbers in the hundreds as you're about to see, which is an amazing number, right? They've got an enormous workforce. So far, the shows canceled are Crossfire for the 18th time, CNN Money, Unguarded, and Sanjay Gupta. Oh no, not Gupta! Not Gupta. Okay, now Gupta's still with the company, and a lot of the people who were hosts on those shows are still with the company. But those shows have not been renewed. Okay, now Brian Stelter covers media for CNN, so he's going to explain part of this. Let's go to the video.
Turner includes channels like TNT, TBS, and this one, CNN. And this week was a very painful week here, with about 150 layoffs spread across CNN and our sister channel HLN and CNN.com. Why? The answers are numerous. But CNN's parent company, Time Warner, has been under Wall Street pressure to pump up its stock price, especially since Time Warner rejected a lucrative bid from Rupert Murdoch over the summer. The same day people were being laid off here, Time Warner executives were telling investors about a long-term plan for the company, one that involves more dramas, more comedies, and more documentaries across all the channels to keep people watching. In order to pay for those, Time Warner needs to keep employee costs down. That's what the executives told investors. But that doesn't stop the whispering around here that maybe Time Warner is slimming down CNN and Turner to prepare it for a sale to Murdoch or to someone else.
Look, you might want to get actual human beings to watch your station. That might help. So then you don't have to worry, wait, is it because of Murdoch? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Well, one of the problems is you don't get anywhere near the ratings that you used to. Now, Stelter thinks that there might be a reason for that as well. On this point, I think he's very right. Let's listen.
But the biggest headline from Time Warner's investors event was this one, actually. HBO to sell subscriptions via the internet. Now, right now, these aren't really announcements about replacing cable, but they could someday. And that's the important context for whenever you hear about cutbacks at a media company. It is unfortunately happening all over the place. Now, there is some overall shrinking going on, but the better word for what's happening in media today is reshaping. Through layoffs, through cuts, through new investments, reshaping for the digital future that really feels more like the digital present. It's already here. None of this context makes it any easier to say goodbye to our colleagues.
Okay, so they're talking about reshaping. Like, no, but you don't understand. We have moved all the chairs on the deck of the Titanic. We're gonna be okay now, all right? Now, we had to throw 150 people off the boat. I hope they're all right. Okay, but once we move the chairs around, then it's gonna be totally fine. But in the end, he got it right. It is digital media. Anybody know what the largest online news network is? So yes, we have taken your viewers. Yes, it is a sad day for you. Yes, you do have to adjust. Here's one helpful hint on how to adjust. Tell the truth. Be honest with your audience instead of serving the powerful and talking about how the esteemed senators and congressmen are so honorable. Why don't you tell people, hey, they almost always vote based on their donations. You give them money, they will vote your way. That's legalized bribery. That's corruption. That's corruption that everybody in the country knows about. That's one of many examples that you're totally dishonest with your audience about. Gee, I wonder why they left you. It's not that we create magic in the digital media. It's not like, oh my God, they figured out a trick that if it turns out, if you just do this, everybody will watch you. No, it's a trick called honesty, where we tell the audience, hey, you know what? They are not honorable gentlemen. When you have this gut feeling that they're corrupt and you say that in every poll, you're right. They are corrupt, and we'll show you how corrupt they are. We show you the money, we show you the results. One of many examples. CNN, stop serving your corporate parents, your advertisers, the government officials, and on it goes. Start serving the audience, and we might stop taking your lunch money. Now, in terms of digital media taking over and it being the present today and how it's not helping CNN and it's costing CNN a lot of money and jobs, well, TYT sends its regards.